Hello everyone, how are you guys all doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with something that I have yet to do on my channel. However, I've had requests for in my clan chat. And speaking of the clan chat, I am currently on 07 helpers. You guys should hit up this channel because basically my YouTube channel is not big enough yet to pretty much have my own clan chat, and I'm not on enough to keep it actively going. So if you guys end up hitting up this channel, it's a clan that I've been in for a while, and it's pretty chill. So I'd recommend you guys stop by there, say you know me or whatever, and they'll typically be pretty nice, I would say. Anyways, so this video is going to be about merching with me. Now, I don't know, that's not going to be the title because it's definitely just too fucking easy. But this video is going to be about trying to have you guys potentially merch with me if you want. Some people could compare this to merching clans in like 2011, 2012. However, those were really corrupt. And there would be like 5 to 10 people who would already buy out the item, then tell you guys what to buy, and then you guys would just buy it, and then they'd sell it whenever. This is just me telling you guys what I plan on merching and kind of giving you guys a couple reasons as to why I plan on merching these things long term. These aren't flips, these are things I could keep for a month, 2 months, 3 months, something like that. And eventually I think that they could raise in price. So, we'll reveal the items now, and I'll kind of go through as to why I think that, you guys could potentially get on this with me if you guys want. Just remember, if you guys end up losing money from this, I am too, so I'm definitely not doing this as a way to like get you guys to lose money somehow or anything like that. If you guys end up buying these items, it's not my fault if you lose money. Just know that there is a ton of risk going into this. I may be able to make it sound as if there isn't, but there is risk in mass buying an item and hoping that its prices rise. So, with that being said, I'll show you guys the items now. So, I'm going to go on over to the inventory, play some dramatic music, and zoom in on this thing right here. Let's do it. Here we are. So, we have 110,000 death runes, which isn't a whole lot. I think it's around like 27 mil is what I probably bought them for. 261 each is what I bought them for, so 28.7 or whatever. So I pretty much bought all of these death runes for 261 each. So as you can see, that's practically the price minus 110k. So I bought them for 28.79 mil. That's what I bought them for. So we'll just start off with that, and then as you can see, I wanted to hit 100k, but in hindsight, it's probably not the best idea to have that much of them. But I have 82,000 sharks now. What I think about sharks is, well, I'll go into explaining it, but I'll tell you guys what I bought them for currently. So, as you can see, it's 1028 right now, and I bought them for 1023, or 102, or 1031. So, I've lost 3 GP on all these, so I've paid 250k more than what this price says. I bought them all for 85.49, or 44 mil, something around there. I want to just preface this by saying, if you don't think that these items can drop, they can, because these are pretty low prices, and I'll show you that here in a second. However, these items can definitely go down. These sharks definitely, they've already been down to about 980 coins as of late, so if these things drop 40 GP, that's a thing that can happen. Realistically, though, we're going to go on over to RS Buddy, and I'll kind of show you guys what I'm thinking, and tell you guys what I think will happen and how I don't think that there's a ton of risk for the potential reward that you could get with these items. Alright, so this actually could be pretty small, so let me just zoom in on this a little bit. Give me a second. I'm pretty sure I can just zoom in with this on my editing software. Anyway, so we're going to go through what I pretty much think about these things. As you can see, death runes on a weekly basis, they have dropped a little bit. They used to be about 270, reached at 280, then fell all the way down to around 261 as of now. And as you can see, if we go back to quarterly, death runes have never dropped below 265 in the last 3 months, and they now are dropped to 261. So, with that being said, these have hit an all-time low for the last 3 months, and I mean, obviously, like, first thing with merching, you want to buy low, sell high. But you obviously have to think about if it might drop lower, because, I mean, if it was just buy low, sell high, that's just too easy. There's more things behind it than you would think. But basically, the justification that I have behind why I think death runes are not that not that terrible to do as far as a merch, and why they don't have a ton of risk is because, think about it, death runes, if you buy them from a store, I think you can buy them for the lowest at around or the average probably around 200 coins. So the lowest of these things ever will go down to 60 coins, while the highest that they can go up to is 80 more coins. So already there you have a win in odds of where they could go. And in addition to that, death runes currently are a rune that you need for the best magic XP in the game, which is bursting and barraging, stuff like that. So if these ever hit down to like 220, 230, you would see a ton of people more than likely use these to then go and ice barrage. One of the reasons I think they may have dropped, however, it's not because, actually it's not even because of this, but one of the things that you have to take into account, at least with some things that you want to merch right now, like arcanes and stuff like that, is new raid items. New raid items allow a lot of things to come into the game that can put other things out of the game, so you don't want to get stuck with something along those lines. However, the one thing I could see happening is there's a raid item that is a book that allows you to wear that book and then get 50% more accuracy on fire spells, which thereby making the regular spell book a lot more useful, or it gives it some use. However, even in that case, you have Fire Blast, I believe, which is using death runes. However, Fire Wave, which is the highest one, requires about 80, uses bloods. So the problem with that is, though, that more than likely I don't think that these raids will be out for a while. That book won't even be useful for a while. So in the meantime, these runes still are they are the makeup of the best mage XP in the game, so they cannot fall a whole lot. And I don't know why they've fallen this low. So pretty much, I don't think that these things could ever drop below 230 to 240, and I believe it's very easily possible that these go back up to 300 and you could sell them on for that. Alright, now on to Dragon Bones, and I'll try to explain, or not Dragon Bones, what the fuck? Raw Sharks. There we go. So now going over to Raw Sharks, as you can see, they have dropped a ton. If you look at their quarterly, right into May, they were around 800, 860, and then they just skyrocketed throughout the summer due to a lack of bots, and now they are back down to 1K. So with that being said, I do think that these could drop. However, I don't believe they'll ever drop below 850 to 900. So I believe that the risk I'm taking is very low, because I think the lowest that they could ever drop on me as far as to where I have bought them at is about 180 GP each. Now, if they do that, I mean, that's a pretty big loss. It's about 15 mil loss for me, but that kind of motivates me and could motivate you to go ahead and then get 99 cooking, because if you get up to 90 cooking, I'm pretty sure you stop burning raw sharks, and each time you cook a shark, you make about 100 to 120 GP. So I would only end up losing about 50 GP per shark in the end, which would then make my loss about 4 mil, which isn't too much, and I get a 99 out of it. Obviously, I have to put in some time, but it's a lot of AFK stuff, and ultimately gets me my money back. So that's why I feel like there's very low risk with the sharks. Also, on the topic of that, I don't know if there's been a recent increase in bots. We can go look at Dragon Bones, because I'm pretty sure that those are the ultimate indicator of where bots are at as far as their presence in the game. And as you can see, it had a recent drop. They typically were about 3.4K, and it recently dropped to about 3.2, and are currently on the rise back. So I don't know if that indicates that bots have been, a bigger presence of late, but I think it kind of helps us see, because that kind of took the same ultimate path as raw sharks, and having a small or a gradual drop from the end of July all the way to the middle of August, and then kind of a recent influx. So with that being said, that's why I don't think that there's a whole lot of risk with these two items, and you guys could indeed hop on this train with me. I want to start by saying, if you guys, obviously this is something that should be well noted and obviously just established. Do not buy these, do not insta-buy these, because if you insta-buy them, you're just decreasing your profits, and you're manipulating the price to go up a little bit, which if a lot of you guys do this is good, but, the problem with that is if you guys all insta-buy these and the price goes up significantly, then you guys are buying them for more than you have to, and it makes me look kind of bad, because I'm encouraging you guys to buy these, and you insta-buy them and the price goes up, and then that kind of just screws me, because if I end up selling them, I'm just going to feel like a dick because you guys bought them up. Pretty much, I'm not going to sell on these raw sharks. I'm just going to go back over to my merch account. Why not? So I'm not going to sell these raw sharks until they hit about 1.2 to 1.3k, somewhere in there, therefore getting me, or netting me about 16 to 24 mil. And as far as death runes, once they hit 300k, or 300 GP, what the fuck? Hey, buddy? Once they hit 300 GP, I'd more than likely sell them off there, getting me 40 GP per rune, ultimately getting about 4.5 mil. So if these merches go the way that I think that they possibly could, I would end up getting about 30 mil off of a total investment of 113 mil. So I believe it's a pretty good thing to do. I think I'll make videos like this every now and then if I ever think about going into long-term merches. However, I'd like to inform you guys that the last long-term merch I did not go well, and it was not really long-term because within a week I got really fucking scared and just sold them off, even though I shouldn't have probably. But torture kits, when they were about 10.7 mil, I thought would raise back up to 13 to 14 because fury kits were around that area whenever they were out. And they fell to 7 mil, but I was able to sell most of them off between the 9 to 10 mil range, so I didn't lose a ton of money. But yeah, so I'm just going to inform you guys, I'm not the best at long-term merching, but I think I have decent logic as to why I think things will do what they do, and you guys can interpret that in the way that you want. With that being said, that'll be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is a little different, so let me know what you guys think of it down below. If you guys liked it, hit the like button. If you guys want to see more like this and get informed as to when I do future merches and want to see my merch series, hit that sub button. Check out my other videos. Nonetheless, with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace. All right, outro time, boys.